into another presentation, which is going to be anchored by me, and of course, we have really spent a whole lot of time, which is really something that, we just have to manage very well. And I would like to share my screen, for us to be able to, have access to my very brief presentation. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you can see my screen. I hope my screen can be seen. Yeah, once again, I want to say a big thank you. And what I just want to discuss is not too far from what was discussed initially by our able Honorable Commissioner for Health in Imo State. That is the person of Dr. Prosper. He has actually touched a lot as far as, government vision for development and opportunities for public and private players across Imo State. And I just quickly want to add a little bit of this, because when talking about the area of development, healthcare development, we know the place of private, public and private partnership is very, very essential. So I just quickly want to, I'm going to skip a lot of things because he has actually said so many things, which is really going to help us to buy in time to whatever, we are going to do, because we still have a more presentation, and I think one more panel session that is going to be handled this afternoon. We know that Nigerian has aimed for development through initiative like National Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, that is ERGP. And this is telling us that, Nigerian government is not just sitting down folding arms to, the need of the Nigerian communities. Nigerian government is really working, tooth and nail to make sure that everything work out effectively. And that is one of the reasons why, the government encourage the public and private partnership in ensuring that, things work out well in so many industry in Nigeria. Though what the area we are focusing on today is just basically on healthcare and technology. So I'm just quickly going to run through, few of these presentation, whereby I may not be able to draw much time on the other aspects, because like I said earlier on, Dr. Prosper, the Honorable Commissioner for Health in Imo State, have actually done a lot of justice into this. Now, Nigerian governments have actually, been working, tirelessly to ensuring that, the infrastructure, of infrastructure in every part of the country is being taken care of. So talking about the road, the railways, and energy, and so many other aspects. And of course, the involvement of public-private partnership, has really helped a lot, because governments cannot actually do everything. And that is the reason why the doors are open. And the government wants many investors to come in, both local and also international, business owners to come in to really make, some inputs into the development of Nigerian economy. The second one is talking about the agriculture, which everybody knows about it, very, very important. And of course, the like of mechanized farming and also agribusiness, have contributed a lot into the value chain of development in Nigerian economy. And so also we look into the aspect of the manufacturing. Please, I've told you I'm not going to dwell much time on this, because many of these issues I'm discussing now has been talked about by Dr. Prosper. Manufacturing is another aspect. We know that, a lot of things we are really lagging behind when it comes to the area of manufacturing. And of course, this has also made the government to open doors of opportunity for every, public and private partnership, to ensuring that everything works out the way it should. Energy is other aspects, which is very important. Talking about electricity supply, when Dr. Chidi was talking, he said there is no how telehealth, telemedicine, or any digital health can actually function effectively without electricity, without power. So this is very, very important that and the government is really looking into these aspects, to ensuring that the aspect of power. When we look at our power holding companies, we have so many. It has been commercialized in such a way that different organizations are handling different aspects of this, which is gradually, I won't say it as totally, it is gradually improving, although Nigerian economy is still struggling in the area of this power generation. But of course, the involvement of private partnership, public-private partnership, has always been causing a lot of improvement. Now we come into the technology aspect of it, which is one of the reasons why we are here. Dr. Okoye, that is the MD of Save a Life Hospital. He said a lot, in this regard. Talking about the kind of technologies that he has adopted in his healthcare facility, which has really improved the healthcare services to the humanity around the area. So technology is something that we need to embrace, and of course, thank God for many private and public partnerships that are coming into the system to table all what they have in order to ensure technology stands in Nigeria. And there is no how the healthcare industry can actually survive in this country, in the world as a whole, without the involvement of technology. Technology has actually is a whole lot of things when it comes to healthcare services. And talking about the accessibility of healthcare, talking about the affordability, as mentioned by Dr. Chidi, is one of the things that technology has actually brought. But there are so many things that still need to be done when in the area of technology. Technology cannot survive in an environment where energy is not working the way is expected. So technology is very, very important in healthcare system, and the federal government of Nigeria, through Nigerian Information Technology Development Agency, that is talking about NITDA, have actually been saddled with this responsibility to ensuring that this aspect of the economy is greatly improved in a way that is going to really foster development in our healthcare system. So there are so many vendors that we have in the country today. There are so many technology that's talking about the AI in healthcare system, telehealth, telemedicine, just as we are discussing here, electronic medical records, electronic health records, and so on and so forth. These are various technology that has been moved into Nigerian healthcare economy, which is now helping us gradually. We are not there yet because, of course, there are so many lapses we are still experiencing and still making the healthcare technology to be lagging behind. So, which is one of the things that I believe the government is looking into, and the public-private partnership is also bringing in their various expertise to ensuring that all these aspects are real and well taken care of. And healthcare, just as we have been discussing right from the beginning of this event, is another area that is very, very key to what we are discussing. The government seeks to improve healthcare infrastructure and services, creating opportunities to private players in healthcare facilities, pharmaceuticals, and medical technologies in order to make sure that things work out effectively. And of course, in I don't want to mention any particular state, although Dr. Prosper, that is the Honorable Commissioner for Health, mentioned a lot of great development going on in Imo State as regards the technology, in healthcare system. So many other states, also have keyed into it. Let me just mention this. Lagos State, for instance, now, have been working tirelessly to ensuring that, healthcare system in Lagos State has gone, is going to, is going to form a kind of platform that is going to make every indigene of Lagos State or every visitor in Lagos State to enjoy this, facility as it should. Lots of, many technologies are coming up in pharmaceutical, in medical technology, and so on and so forth, which, at least I am privileged to be part of, some of these technologies. For example, we have the one that was launched about 2 months ago that's talking about mobile application. That is a mobile health application. Sorry. And also, the pharmaceutical application, which I was also privileged to be part of those people that review that application. And a lot of things are happening in healthcare system in Nigeria, but we still need more. More of involvement of public and private partnership to play a very vital role in ensuring that, healthcare system in the country are really working. It should. The other aspect that the government is looking into is the area of mining in Nigerian economy, the real estate. Like I said, I'm not going to really dwell much on this. Which the countries are really working on. Then the tourism. That's the ninth one. Very wonderful. Why we're talking about why some speakers were talking earlier on, they talked about medical tourism, which sometimes I think in Nigeria, for instance, now I have not really seen any fantastic medical tourism. Most of the things that happen, when it comes to healthcare system is being moved to another country. So Nigerian government is also building up the cultural diversity and natural attraction that offers potential in the tourism sector, which includes hospitality, ecotourism, and even healthcare system. So these are part of the improvement. Then the last one is, not the last one, the education. It is very, very important when, in the area of technology, we bring in, a good, technology in education, whereby right from the primary level, every student will be taught on how to embrace technology, so that by the time they are growing into another greater level, this is definitely going to make it easier, not only for the citizen of this country, but also to the nation as a whole. Then the 11th one is the financial services and also the transportation services, which is very, very paramount. We're talking about telehealth here, right? And we have a lot of people living in hard-to-reach areas, in rural areas, where, sometimes they find it very difficult, to come into the urban area where they can access the healthcare system. So the transportation is one of the major factors that is really affecting these people. And the technology, when we bring it into the healthcare system in Nigeria, is really going to help a lot of people, and it is going to reduce a lot of costs. People will spend less when it comes to the aspect of telehealth, accessing healthcare system, in Nigeria. So these are many more are part of the things that is very, very essential. And of course, it is essential to stay updated with the latest government policies, which I believe the government of Nigeria is really working on, and economic indicators and business regulations for accurate insight into current development plan and opportunities in Nigeria. So these are part of the things I just have to share, because a lot of them has been shared by Dr. Prosper, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Imo State, and also Dr. Okoye have really opened a lot of things, and I don't want to repeat what he has said again. And also, Dr. Chidi and also Dr. Okoye.